Good morning, Leanne here. Welcome to my channel, Leanne Mazaran YouTube. Hey, it's a beautiful morning after Thanksgiving in Florida, and the sun is just coming up. And I'm walking one of the dogs that I'm sitting over the holiday, and it's just a great way to start my day. It's quiet. A lot of people have the day off because they take off that Friday. I guess it's Black Friday. Grand day of consumerism. I know a lot of people really love to shop on that day. I'm not a big fan of mass consumerism, so I don't really have anything to buy. I don't really need anything. So I'm just mostly going to stay home today. Yep, I'm going to stay home and just take the day off, kind of relax, play with the dogs, and just hang out. But I know that my mom is going out to get a new dishwasher and a new washing machine because hers are starting to break down, and I guess there's some really good sales on. So if you need things, this is a good time of year to get them. But that's what I want to talk to you about today, is things and the stuff that we think we need. Now, we get used to our modern conveniences, and I admit that if my dishwasher broke down, I can still wash my own dishes, so I'm cool with that. But if my washing machine broke down, I don't know. I think that I'm not too into hand washing loads of clothing and dog beds and towels and stuff like that. I'm pretty used to having them cleaned by the machine. So I like it when my machine works. But that said, I would know how to wash them if I had to. And I think that that's really important. You know, when you're trying to assess your footprint on the earth, your consumer footprint or your carbon footprint, a lot of us now are looking at how much stuff we use, how much fuel we use, how much energy we use, how much stuff we have versus how much stuff we need to have or maybe don't need to have. And the first time I really realized this was when I was traveling around a lot for work, and I moved into, I bought a sailboat rather than pay for an apartment in San Francisco, because little studio apartments in a decent neighborhood were probably like $1,500 a month. And even though I was making a great wage as an IT consultant, I didn't really feel like paying that much money for a little apartment that I was never at all week long, because I would, be traveling, and my clients would be paying my hotel bill all week long. So I didn't really need a lot of stuff. And the boat seemed like a great way to live right on the water on the San Francisco Bay, right close to everything. And it was only a fraction of the cost. It was like $400 a month total, for my boat payment and the slip rentals and the utilities. And there was a laundromat there and a shower there. So it was pretty much everything I needed. But it was really small. And a lot of people just could not imagine living in that tiny of a space. But that's when I really got to understand how very little I need. How many pairs of shoes don't fit into a boat. There's a foot locker and a hanging locker, and that's about all you get when you're on a boat. You just don't have walk-in closets. And good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, so come on, Skylar. So that's what I want you to think about today. How much stuff do you have that's just sitting in your closets that's not really of any use to you, that you can't bear to throw away or give away, and that's just taking up room, and then you're paying more and more money to just store this stuff? Or things that you only use seasonally. Like my mom had a beautiful pantry, like a butler's pantry, they used to call it, where she would keep all of our seasonal linens and seasonal china and napkin rings and napkins and all this stuff to set a really fancy table. And it was great because she had the Christmas plates and the Thanksgiving plates and the special October Halloween plates, and it just became quite an inventory of stuff that was used for one day out of the year. One day. One meal even. Probably, just a couple of hours out of one day, out of the year. And when I really did that kind of sort of thing, something clicked in my mind. I mean, when I recognized that, it clicked in my mind that this is a lot of storage. And I get it. This is all stuff to make a family feel special and taken care of. And, you know, but I have to tell you, that's probably a pretty old-fashioned notion of how to take care of a family. You know, back in the days when the mom cooked and, you know, the dad worked, and it was mom's job to, you know, make a perfect home. Come on, Skylar. You know, that's when we saw a lot of these really traditional family settings, and maybe these are kind of the trappings of that. And by trappings, I mean that in a nice way. But a lot of families now are blended, or they're split up, or kids are shuffling around between several different homes. You know, that's the way of the modern world. And I can't remember really the last time that, you know, 8 or 9 or 10 people sat down for dinner anywhere. And a lot of times now it's out at a restaurant too. So you just need to ask yourself stuff like that. Are we living differently? And maybe it's a bad thing, maybe it's a good thing, I don't know. But I know that we carry a lot of stuff forward with us that doesn't really reflect the way we live now. Old shoes, old clothes, styles from ages ago. Just because something is still good, we're still wearing it. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't maybe buy yourself something new just to kind of stay current. I know a lot of ladies have their hairstyles from when their personalities were formed. I still wear mine long and straight from when I was a kid in the 70s. But I also have a couple of wigs that I wear from here and there from time to time, so I can change it up a little bit and stay fresh and think of my life in a different way, think of my face in a different way, think of myself in a different way. And sometimes that's really where, you know, where you want to invest. That's the kind of stuff that you want to store. Even pictures that we keep. I remember moving to Lake Tahoe and asking my friend to take some pictures on a hike. And he said, yeah, here I go. And he went, click. And he went like this, and he went click, and he went click. And he's like, yeah, I'm taking pictures in my brain. You know, because you have a lot of storage capacity in your brain. And if you want to access things from the past, you can access them there. It is great to look through old pictures, but nowadays we can scan them onto our computer, we can store them on the cloud, we can have an external hard drive. We don't need to have so much stuff, physical stuff. And that extends to everything from box springs to boots to, you know, winter clothes that we can't store effectively. And how many sweaters do you need? Do you really need 15 sweaters? How about 1 or 2 nice ones? You know, this is something that I just didn't grow up thinking about. It was all about fashion and the latest trend. And I used to buy a lot of cheap stuff, and then it would fall apart. And I didn't pay to dry clean things, you know. Then I got older and I started buying nicer things, and I wanted to take care of them. But as soon as I did, they were out of fashion. You know, so now it's all about just maybe buying a couple of minimal things and having a signature look or a set of colors that's right for you. Boy, somebody dumped this giant fish skeleton on the side of the road. Wow, here, have a look. These are a little out of place right here. There's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that somebody went fishing. Come on, Skylar, we're not going to eat that. Somebody went fishing and just left a mess on the side of the road. Well, I guess that's in tune with my theme for today, which is getting rid of stuff. But let's hope if you can, lighten your load. Let's dispose of things in a responsible way. Let's give them away to people who can use them if possible. Please don't take your trash out to the empty lot and hide it there. You know, just get rid of it in a nice way. Or better yet, don't collect it in the first place. So think twice about what you're going to buy today, just because it's on sale, or just because everyone is telling you that you're supposed to go out and buy something today. There's no requirement that you spend money on Black Friday or any other day of the year. You might not really need that stuff. And even if you can afford it, do you have to have it? Do you really want it? Is it just going to sit in your closet? You know, I have a system, by the way. If I put something in my closet and I haven't worn it for 1 year, it's going away. Either it doesn't fit me, or it doesn't look good on me, or there's something wrong with it, or I don't have enough other things that go with it. I just say, as lovely as it is, let me give it to someone. And that makes me feel good. But I don't just dump it on them without their permission. I check with them to see if they want it. Because I don't know if any of you have any relatives like I do, where they go, here, you'll love this. Here, take it. I'm cleaning out my garage. Oh, Leanne will love this. And they just kind of drop it off with me. So, yeah. If they can't bear to part with it and they think I want it, well, sometimes I do, but most times I don't. So just think about that when you're lovingly giving away your stuff to your family members. All right, well, with that said, have a wonderful Black Friday, and happy Thanksgiving, and it's yet another wonderful morning in my world. I hope yours is as fun. All right, signing off.